Hey guys, Karla
and Rudy,
and welcome back to another
video.
The reason that we have not been posting on our YouTube channel is because we have been on summer break and we
wanted to spend time with our family and do stuff.
Yeah. But we are back and we are
back in a better.
But we are back and we are doing more content.
Woo!
As you can tell by the title, we are going to talk about our experience
in Mexico.
As you all know, we live in Texas and Mexico is like right next to us. So it was about a 5 or 6 hour drive over there, and we had to go to the bank to take out money, specific money to spend over there,
which are called pesos.
We kept on driving over there, and when we were about to go on the bridge to go head in Mexico, there was fences and huge walls like surrounding that whole place there, and it was kind of scary. There was like only trees and like that was it. So it was pretty
it was
scary.
Basically like plain fields.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so already going into Mexico, there was these security guards checking our truck.
We were gonna stay there from Wednesday to Sunday, so we brought
mattresses to sleep over there because there wasn't enough space.
And the security guards thought that we were smuggling drugs or something, so they put us in. It's called secondary something, and they were checking us to see what we had. So we were in second lane, the secondary inspection, and we at this point we were pretty scared, and they just let us pass, and we were already in Mexico. So it was about another 4 hours maybe that we had to drive, and
that we had to drive to a specific place that we were gonna stay, which was in
Saltillo.
So we are already in Saltillo, and we passed by this
wealthy neighborhood, and it was nothing compared to where we live.
It was okay, but I don't really know how you would explain it. I guess you would have to go over there and see it for yourself in order to figure out what you would want to call it. So the house that we stayed in was really, really small.
It was super cramped up.
Yeah. And we were staying, it was really, really hot, so you had to open the door, and there was a little outside area in the front of the house, so the cold air would go in sometimes, and it would get pretty kind of cold in there.
Cool. It would get cool during the night, and it would barely get cold.
And when we stayed there in the night, it was super duper duper hot. We had 3 or 4 fans in the room, and it was hot. It was way bad.
I would say it was 70 something or 80 something degrees in there. It was so hot.
And when you wanted to go to a store, it was your house and then the street, and then the store was right there, so it was pretty cool.
It was maybe 15 steps away, maybe more.
And in the store, there was a bunch of different things that you really wouldn't see here in the U.S. I don't really know how to explain it. All the bottles and chips. The chips bags were this big. You know how in the U.S. they're this big and this long. They were really
portion controlled.
Yeah. Baby food over there was in cans, even the juices. It was really weird but cool at the same time. It's not something you would see here in the U.S. The next day that we were there in Mexico, we went to Monterrey, which is a more rich place, you would say. It's not Saltillo or any other place back there. It's more wealthy and more better.
And it was an hour, maybe an hour and a half from where we were staying, so it wasn't that far.
So when we went to Monterrey, we went to La Huasteque. Is that how you pronounce it?
I have no idea.
Something like that. And there was a lot of mountains there, and we went into like a drive thing where you could see all the mountains and everything. It was pretty cool. And then we went into like this one place where it was like a whole tunnel, and then you go into it, and then it's like just
There was
mountains.
this huge dam. Like, there was the mountains, and then there was like this huge dam.
Like, it was like really, really, really tall.
Yeah.
And when you went to this, facing this way, and the walls are facing this way over here in back of you, you just see like all the mountains and rocks and stuff like that. And it was pretty cool. And we would scream, and it would echo like real, real loud. That was awesome.
Yeah, and then like there was like steps, and me and my sister, we climbed it, and the steps were literally that
Steep.
And like me and her got so tired.
I got like tired going on like the 5th or 6th step. Like that's how steep they were. It was pretty bad. So then we left, and then we went to Matro Plaza, which
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
yeah, Matro Plaza. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. And then we went in there, and there was a lot of people selling like jewelry and toys.
wooden necklaces.
Yeah.
And like bracelets, a bunch of cool stuff, bunch of little stuff.
Yeah. And the stuff over there wasn't that expensive because pesos is the kind of money that they have over there. It was like 69 cents, 69 pesos for like one thing, and that wasn't as much as it is over here. 69 pesos would be five US dollars. Then my little brother, he decided to go into a water fountain, and decided to get wet in there.
Only my feet.
And then we went to this restaurant it was like a wing barn or like something like that. And I thought that they were gonna play like Mexican music, Spanish music, but they didn't. They played all of our American music, which was pretty cool.
It was so weird.
But it was pretty cool because I don't really know any Mexican/Spanish songs. So I was listening to all of our American music, and it was pretty cool while I was eating. I was like, yeah.
And then they played My House Rider, and like it was barely getting to welcome. And then like I guess it was like someone weird that I guess they heard us, and then they changed it, and then they put it to a Mexican song. And then after that song, they put I think it was Faded. And like it was like so weird.
And then we left from Monterrey and went back to Saltillo, and we spent the night over there.
We fell asleep, and then like around 12, no, maybe like 11:30, we woke up, and then we went to go have breakfast. And my dad's wife, she made us papas con huevo, which is potato and egg, and made us flour tortillas, and they were pretty good. From scratch.
She made them from scratch. Like she was actually putting all the ingredients in a bowl, and she was kneading it with her hands. And then she made us some pancakes that were so good.
Delicious.
She made us some sausage, but I really wasn't a fan of it. It was
like red, and then when you cooked it, like when you went like that, like it was flapping up and down. It was so nasty.
It wasn't as good as our sausage here in America.
It looked like cheese sausage.
Yeah. So then that day when we were eating breakfast, we went to a park, like a water park.
But it was way smaller.
It was a little smaller because I guess there wasn't that much people in there. So they didn't really open as much rides. So we were limited
to only one slide.
Yeah, we were limited to only one slide. So then we went in there, we paid to go in there, which was 80 pesos, $7 US. So then we went in, and there was this huge pool, but they had closed it. I don't know what the reason was. I guess it was
like they closed it super early.
I guess it was dirty, or they didn't want anyone to be in it because I guess it was too much work for them. Yeah. So then we went into another pool which had like a slide that goes into the pool, which was pretty cool. So we went on there a bunch of times, and the slide was pretty fun. It was like going in circles and like that.
I went in with my shirt, and then I was going slow, like I was going like really slow, and then the lifeguard told me to take it off, so I went back on the ride, and I was going super fast, and then this dumb girl, she was right there where you come out, and I hit her stomach with my elbow like 20 miles per hour, and she told me that she was almost gonna cry, and like I felt super bad. And then my dad went the same speed as I was going, but maybe even 5 times faster, and he hit the same girl, but in the back of the head with like his leg, and like I felt so bad for her. And then I felt bad for my dad too, because he got like this big bruise on him.
Oh yeah.
And it was like so bad.
And over there in Mexico, they, you know how they usually speak a lot of Spanish, because that's their language over there. So we kind of speak Spanish, but not as much. So we were kind of getting the words about like what they were saying, but not that much, because I couldn't really understand them sometimes. So I was like, Dad, sister,
can you translate it for me?
Yeah. And I got tired of going into the slide in the pool. I asked my sisters if they wanted to go to the kiddie pool, which was like way more fun than the other pool with that one slide.
Way more fun.
Yeah, the kiddie pool, I mean, there was a lot of little kids in there, but I didn't really care because no one was telling me anything. So I went in there, and there was like this huge bucket, like you know how they have it in Chilletterbahn? Like this
some
huge,
Chilletterbahns.
And yeah, some Chilletterbahns, or they have this huge bucket and it fills up with water, and then they dump it on you. So that's what they had there, and that's how I was like keeping myself busy and keeping myself entertained. And there was like these slides, these tiny slides that I could barely fit in. But I went down and went into the water, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I was so close to hitting my chin, and I would have like a huge cut right now.
Then they were about to close the park, so we left and we went home, took showers, and fell asleep. The place that we were going to that day was called Plaza Sesamo, which means like Sesame Street Plaza, like a water park
themed. For kids, but like it wasn't really for kids, because like there was alcohol and like a bunch of stuff.
There was like grown-ups also that were going into the water parks and having fun. It was really cool. So the next day we
woke up like around 9 and left like at 11, because like there was like this huge line to get in, so we had to wake up early, and this was our last day, so we wanted to like do the most we can. So there was like these bunch of rides, and like there was like 3 slides that were huge, and there was this one ride where there was like 3 slides, and this orange one was super steep. Like
it was like
as soon as you
get off, you're like this, right? And then you're going in, and then it's like
2 seconds in, you already fall. It's like I don't know if you guys have been, like, it's called a drop, where you just go down. It's kind of like that, but it's so slide.
You just go down, and then you
land in this
curve like that,
pool.
and then you go like that.
And you land in this pool. My sister went to go get a cap, and she's gonna be back. And there was this gigantic pool, and there was like this machine that was making waves, and like if you got real close to the machine, like the waves were like huge, and like you would go up like 5 feet in the air and come down, and it was pretty cool.
And while we were over there, I got this cap, Cookie Monster cap, because I wanted to get it, and it looked pretty cute. So we left, and then we
went back home.
Then that night that we came back from El Plaza Sesamo,
my dad's wife and her son's friend came over, and we had karaoke. And you know Panda, the song, right? And I tried to sing it in Spanish, and like this is what it sounded like. Panda, 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 yeah. Yo soy marijuana, chasing the beat in a Fanta. And then it was weird. Like my friend, like my sister was making fun of me.
I was
All my
recording.
sisters,
I was
yeah.
recording him on Snapchat. It was funny.
Go follow her on Snapchat. It will be right here, right there. So go do it. All of our sisters sang karaoke. My sister Karina, Cassandra, and Karla, and it was like the best time. It was like so cool.
And then I was singing like 2 Spanish songs because that's all I knew, like 2. And I was singing them and it was pretty cool. I guess everyone was surprised that I was singing in Spanish, but I like knew almost all the words. And there was a song that Drake came out in. There was a song.
Sorry.
There was a song that Drake came out in. He was also speaking Spanish and rapping. So I was speaking Spanish in his part and rapping in his part. So it was pretty cool. So then we fell asleep, woke up early.
Like around 9.
And
And then we left like at 11.
And then we went in the car, packed all of our stuff, and headed home.
And it took like 6 hours maybe, because when we were crossing the bridge, there was like this huge line. Like we waited there for an hour, and like we got so bored, and like it was like ridiculously, yeah.
So then when we went into the place where they came to check all of our stuff to see why we went over there to Mexico, what the reason was for. So then we told them everything that we said.
They put us in secondary inspection, which they put like it was the same thing they put us when we were driving in there.
I guess because we had a bunch of stuff in the back of our truck, which made us suspicious, I guess. So then they put us in secondary inspection, and they checked us, and we were all good. So we left. We were already in Texas,
and then that was another hour to get where we live. So that was basically our whole trip.
Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and comment if you would like us to do more story times. This has been Karla
and Rudy,
and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace!